More fun when we're starting. It's like in church, the bells start ringing and then he starts.
Oh,
They're out of
those
sync.
things, yeah.
But
And home the kids with the bells, and the kids with the mops doing curling.
oh, really?
Yeah, it was lots of jokes going on about girls.
We're just trying to figure understand.
Go for it, follow. Okay, we'll start our meeting. We'll start with the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, would someone like to table?
I'll table the minutes for February 2nd meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And proposed trail network connectivity. Do you want to say anything on that or are we good to go?
Yeah, I think we're good to go. It's just the map that we talked about before. And Janet, I think we've addressed the concerns that you raised in terms of insurance. And if everybody's happy and there are no questions, we'll put it up.
Okay. So I'd like to make a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you to both of you for all the work you've done. And item C, approval of MEUA Accounting and Finance Engineering Workshop, March 10th and 11th, East Syracuse, New York.
I make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great. And warrant affidavit number 14. Thank you, Jackie.
I'll make a motion to approve the warrant affidavit.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Anything under new business?
You get a lot of good publicity from the Olympics.
Yeah, we are.
And now we have. We'll see if Taylor Swift gets involved, but we have Kelsey is now went for a ride on a bobsled and was so amazed. Figured that him, Gronk, and one other, his other brother could go on the back to the.
That'd be a big flood.
Whoever.
Up those three.
Whoever was ever tried, but I just think. Whenever the Olympics are, it just throws Lake Placid in the spotlight, because you can see how busy the town is and everybody's.
Thank you.
There's a lot of good going on.
It certainly is nice coverage too. I mean, it used to be we could see what's going on live because of the Canadian signal, but now with Channel 24 involved, they seem to mirror the Canadians.
Well, what's good is Peacock. You can watch anything you want live. You can watch anything on delay.
I like the delay and be able to fast forward.
But it's very interesting to watch because like the France he's doing, you gotta think about ski jumping as we who grew up here don't really think much of it. But anywhere else in the United States, it's like there's only 3 places really that you can really train for it. So
Yeah.
we are pretty unique.
And we're all at the age of agony of defeat. We all still remember that.
Well,
You know who commentated for that?
I have no idea.
It's my father.
Was it really?
It was.
That's awesome.
And he didn't even get hurt.
Wow.
He just dislocated his shoulder.
Wow.
And 20 years later, when ABC disbanded, they invited him to their final party. And he had no idea why they wanted him because he never saw any of it.
Wow. That's awesome.
Isn't it?
What a story.
Yeah. Anything else under new business? Well, one question I had, if anyone knows, 2 questions actually. The Canadian broadcast feed is so inferior. Anyone know why?
As far as quality.
Yeah, it's just,
because
I don't know.
cameras and ours.
are they not used? I mean, usually they would take the American cameras and put their own commentators on, but when you look at it, the box becomes, it's not like it's not 4K or digital.
It was really good in Ottawa, so.
Was it?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, down here, turn it on. Oh, you don't get cable,
Yeah,
but
no,
it's not clear at all.
no. We were saying how good it was, so,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. And then the other one was one of those slope sides where the guy comes down backwards, does the slips.
Mhm.
One guy came down, he landed, he was just out cold. They immediately said, we're gonna move to something else. And they went to some other venue. We never heard
Oh, dear.
if the guy died or just passed out.
Well, we had that, Matt Hughes, but that's the Marcy that they said she died of hypothermia. It should be right at the beginning of the trailheads, winter hiking alone, and I know they keep on doing it, you can't do anything because we are.
I just used that woman that died on Marcy as an example to some idiot that showed up today in jeans and sneakers that wanted to go snowmobiling.
Yeah,
It
it is amazing.
And can't make it up.
The fact she got up there, though, she must have been somewhat prepared.
Right, but the problem is when she fell, so as Patrick said, you get into Spruce Falls and all that you're walking, you don't understand, and when you go down, it sucks you in and you can't get out, so you can't dig or nothing, there's nothing to push on.
Yeah, if you broke your leg or something, you'd die of exposure before they got to you.
And that's what happened, they got up there, but they couldn't because they were sucked in, And White Faces had 2 deaths, and today somebody posted this saying, thank you for all I don't know how many went yesterday, but
They take a lot of people,
that's what it was like said.
holiday week.
Orthopods love the holiday weekend.
Yeah, they were all working yesterday because the OR was closed. There you go. So enough of the grim. The good is we have a lot of people. We got lots of ice. We got the dog sleds. We got everything looks good. There we go.
Yeah, and out west still has no snow, so we're getting the business. Good stuff.
You just said that. Yeah.
Be interesting to see how well they do this week, the school break week.
Yeah, interesting because I went down Main Street, like I was saying, I got there twice and it was busy.
Yeah, there's still people around.
And the cold front or the jet stream dipped further south. I'm trying to remember which way it went. It kept the warm weather. Remember, we were supposed to go up close to 50
Yeah.
and that dropped that. But I think
the
that's helped
sun yesterday, it was.
warm. But in just 2 days, now we're back to cold and that'll
It's great.
save Whiteface, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay, anything under old business? Nothing under mayor items. Commissioner reports?
We had our elections late this year and I'm not president, which I
Ooh.
talked Don Paulson into doing it. So Don Paulson is the new president of the LPBA
Okay,
and
great.
I'm in an advisory role.
Ooh.
And then actually Bob DeMarco is gonna be vice president, which is nice to have some new.
How many years were you on the board? How many
I
years
don't
were
know.
you?
I'm still on the board, but I'm not on the,
How many years were you president?
quite a few. Yeah, hard to count, but got some new blood, so that's good.
Well, thank
And
you.
it was a really nice turnout at Whiteface Inn.
Oh, great,
It was or Whiteface Lodge, not
Yeah.
Whiteface Inn.
great.
Really nice turnout. And they bought drinks, which was nice too.
That's nice.
Thank you for all your years of service.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yes. So I'm looking at the community trail network thing that you put out in the packet and that you guys just voted on. What did you just vote on? What was that?
So it's basically to put some signage on the roads.
Within the
Oh,
village.
That's what you
Within the
voted on,
village.
the signage?
Yeah,
In the village.
and within the village, and it's basically gonna be a combination of some road signs pointing people from rail trail into Main Street area and the beach, and then also just having some, kind of like bike and lane share the road stencils on the ground, just so.
Are we gonna be putting in biking lanes?
No,
Alright, so when I'm looking at the map on the packet. It looks similar to the one that we saw on October 8th at the Golden Arrow. With the new trail going behind Lamb Lumber.
yeah, so
So what's going on with that? Because that's in the packet here.
yeah. So that's actually that's the village park right now, and I think that they're looking to do, like a graded surface there.
Walkway.
Yeah, walkway, just to kind of increase access and accessibility also for the
So
vehicle.
what kind of access is that gonna be? I mean, is it cross-country skiers?
I think the idea is that it's non-motorized, so it's cross-country skiers,
Well, I figured
walkers.
it wasn't
hikers, yeah, and
I figured that.
and bicycles.
It'd be like John Brown,
Yeah.
how when you walk at John Brown, you don't have to
Gotcha.
worry about the roots and divots and that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it'd
It'd
be
like
ADA.
a rail. I don't know, cause when you say that, you get
Yeah.
into so specific.
Well, like John Brown, or not John Brown. Not John Brown, Henry's Woods. It's technically, it kinda is, but it isn't because it's,
Right, but there's no.
because they have the matting and then the stuff over the top.
So it'll be a surface, I think the intention is that it's not quite like the rail trail surface, but that it's a surface or,
Okay.
you know, similar, that it'll be, you know, that, you know, the trucks can get on there.
But people will be able to cross-country ski and stuff
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
no, yeah.
And who would maintain that for like cross-country skiing?
It won't be groomed or anything like that, and so, but the
It's a
idea,
pretty small section.
it's a pretty,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't picture it. I don't think I've ever
We
been
go
there.
from
it's
Lamb
really
Lumber
nice.
to the tower.
Oh,
It's,
that's it?
yeah, that's
It's
it.
more to go than access the Lucy trails after that, which there is a vast network and good cross-country. stuff.
Yeah, that takes you out to the Jackrabbit trails as well,
Okay.
so the idea is just that it's a way to help connect that up without having people go on the roads for as long.
It also
Okay.
used to be a pond.
I remember that.
It was the power where they had
Yeah.
a turbine. And then when that came out, we ended up with all that area, so.
Yeah, I remember that when I first moved up here, it was a pond.
Yeah,
Is there a way to advertise for local businesses down there? We had one request from a local business to put their sign on our property next to the rail trail. They're located down by Lisa G's. So I started thinking about it, it's like, yes, you can obviously put a sign on our property saying, you know, hot shot or whatever. But is there some place where local businesses that are actually on the rail trail be able to put signage down there?
I think that all.
To
the
promote,
local-
because this says to promote local businesses. You know,
So I think to promote accessibility is really the focus, so it's allowing people to kind of get in and around without needing to go up Mill Hill was.
Yeah.
That was sort of the intention, and to help. The objective of like the wider network. And the kind of, I guess, the wider plan is that there are two things coming through really clearly from the comprehensive plan, and one was that people wanted more non-vehicle access to Main Street from, you know, from neighborhoods, from rail trail, from all of those
yeah,
places.
driving up to Main Street is terrific.
So
I get it.
this was part of that. And then the other component of it was that residents and locals really wanted greater accessibility to recreational facilities that exist already.
Yeah,
And so, you know, this is one of those where it's about, you know, kind of focusing in on getting those links, you know, and seeing if we could connect up a lot of the things that already exist, like the rail trail and the Lucy trails and the Jackrabbit Trail. You know, can we do a little bit of the lift to get
Yeah.
the connections in place for that? So those are really the two objectives.
yeah, it just seems, when I'm looking at the map. I'm looking at this and I understand the whole little park thing behind Lamb Lumber. There's a bunch of people that don't know about it, me being obviously one of them. But the walk around Mirror Lake, everybody knows about that. How much signage are we gonna be putting up there and going up Saranac Avenue? And, you know, to me, it seems there's less of on this.
So it's not that's about cycling. So
Okay.
so that's about, you know, just having a kind of
Here are the roads.
share the road sign there.
Okay. We need those all over the North Country. Please. All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Welcome.
You.
Hi, Julia.
Hello, I'm Julia Gorn. I'm the executive director of the Adirondack Rail Trail Association.
I'm Leslie from Adirondack Song.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, we've talked on the phone.
Yes, we have. Yes.
Hi, Julie. We've talked on the phone as well.
Yeah.
Katie.
Nice to meet you, Katie.
Do you have any questions of us?
I don't have any questions, and I apologize for being late. I came both because I was curious about the Community Connector Trail and excited about that, but also because I have been trying to make it to all of the local government meetings for all of the communities on the rail trail in case you have questions for me.
Okay,
And so that I can, so you have a face to put to a name and a voice.
I think we've met before and tried, yeah. And as you know, hopefully things are gonna start in the spring with our end of it, so,
Yeah, I'm very, very excited for y'all.
yeah.
Very excited.
So we got the funding for the porta potties or the bathrooms, right? Is that going in the spring?
I think that's that's going to be at the horse or the snowfields by the firehouse.
I thought that was going in by the
It's
Historical
not.
Society,
They're.
the
Are they?
pavilion and the
Yeah,
bathrooms.
so, yeah.
Yeah,
For, and.
Oh,
the rail
are you
trail
talking
has
about the porta
villages.
potties? Are you talking about?
Regular, the bathrooms, forced
real
bathrooms.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, because the porta potties are going to be at the fire or the snowfield. Because we'll be basically closing that lot for a lot of the summer. We'll be
Yeah.
digging it up, getting ready for blacktop, putting in.
But
construction.
real bathrooms in the pavilion are going down by the Historical Society.
No, they're going down at our end, which is the end of.
Yeah,
Wakefield.
it's-
Across from
Yeah.
the church.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Okay,
Just where the tracks cross, that chunk
Yeah.
part we bought.
where the parking is. And that's gonna be started in the spring. That's
That's
gonna be huge.
the latest, yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, it is. It's great. It'll finish things off very nicely.
I heard confirmation of that start time recently from somebody in state, higher up in state officialdom as well. So everybody's expectation is that this construction will take place this summer and that we will be having the very first finished bathrooms on the rail trail in Lake Placid long before anybody else is even close.
Miracle again, right?
It is, it is.
Are you gonna put vending machines in there? Has Jim talked to you about vending machines yet?
No,
I don't know if we are, but there's no
Yeah.
talk of it.
no talk of it yet. There will be a kiosk though for people. There'll be a trail map and things like that. And I
Nice,
that's the last pictures I remember.
okay.
Unfortunately, we already have most of our meetings, or all our meetings, so
Oh, apologize.
that's okay.
Village is quick.
it was a quick one.
Okay.
We're
Sounds long.
Town is an hour and a half, village is 20 minutes.
a lot of.
Actually, Town of Tupper Lake was 6 minutes, so I should have known better. I should have known.
We get that right.
Andrew didn't start talking about the Olympics, we would have been done time
Yeah,
in seconds.
might have been.
Oh, I do have one other thing. This came up at the town meeting and in direct relationship to last month's meeting. We had a woman here last meeting that was complaining about the foreigners going down her driveway. Well, it turns out that's not her driveway. She owns at the very end, she has an easement through private property.
Right away, right?
Yes. So
So she can't put any signs up.
she cannot put any signs up there.
And on
I
top
just
of
figured I
that,
would mention that for the person that actually owns the place where the signs would be.
and also in the front lot, I understand that she gave Snowmobile permission to use that.
Oh, yeah.
So the snowmobiles that are in there are allowed to be there. Those are the two
You
things I
betcha,
heard.
but they are. If I wanted to put in a racetrack in there, she would allow me.
Is there anything else that we missed? 'Cause that was the gist of what took place, right?
Yeah, that was the gist of it. But she spoke in front of the town board meeting. When she was here for the town board meeting, because I go to those too, I actually texted Ally and said, guess who's here? So Ally came to the town board meeting and set everything straight. So I wanted to make sure the village was also aware that this is what's going on.
Very good.
Maybe I'll throw a couple of other things that you might not be aware of yet. Number one, I do think you're aware that ARDA received a planning grant from the Northern Border Regional Commission. Our hope is very much that Lake Placid will participate in that as holistic planning for the rail trail. Again, I know that Lake Placid is kind of leading the charge because so much of what you've already done with community connectors and things like that. But in some ways, it's also very helpful for the other communities to see what you have done so that they can replicate that. And so that we can have consistency across the trail. So that's a component that I'm just waiting for the notice to proceed from MBRC, and then I'll move forward and start communicating, what will be happening. I have talked with OSI in the past about signs. BARDA also has some funding to help with sign. I think OSI has it all covered, but we do have some funding that can assist. ARDA has a donor who's interested in supplying AEDs to locations on the rail trail and maintaining those AEDs. The state of New York has opted not to have that, so I'm looking for municipal partners and private partners who might be willing to have an AED that somebody else would be paying for and somebody else would be maintaining. So the trailhead in Lake Placid is a potential location for an AED, if you all would want to consider that. And
Might be better off to call the ambulance.
probably
4 blocks away, yeah.
it's true. Yeah, I'm really working on the places that are very far out, like Floodwood.
Mhm.
That'd be
And
great out there.
yeah, fortunately, I have a landowner at Floodwood who's willing to host that, and I have one in Lake Clear. So, I know that like downtown locations, it's less of an issue, but I want to give you the opportunity as well. And so signs, planning, AEDs. I guess I'll just also say, I'm here and I'm really happy to work with everybody. I know that I've worked a lot with Jackie because she is the designee who comes to the meetings, but please, for the rest of you, please feel free to reach out to me at any time if there are questions or ways that I can help.
And I know that our walk and chat about some of the trails work got postponed because of another meeting, but happy to try to connect up and just give you a bit of an update on where things are. And
That would be
we
great.
can see if there's any links, because I think, it's great that we're able to move forward with what we voted on tonight, but I think there's a lot more kind of in the pipeline. So it'd be, and not necessarily a clear path about how all of that comes together. So it would be great to, I think the more people that we have thinking about these things and supporting it, I think the more likely we are to get further.
And I have a question for you while we're all together. What's the rules on business signage that's on the rail trail? Like the
Signage is not allowed.
Not allowed at all,
Not allowed at all. So
unless it's on private property.
right. So the way that I think about it that helps me is it appropriate and would it be legal in the high peaks? If it wouldn't be legal on the summit of Mount Marcy, it's not legal
Yeah.
on the rail.
I'm thinking like Raybrook Brewery.
I know, that's a constant violation.
Is that-
It is.
I feel so bad for them. They're such nice people.
And
They're probably so good.
I like their food, and I
Yeah.
like their, and I also know that it's a violation. I am working
Okay.
to try and get signage though that would indicate that people can leave the rail trail at that place and get to food, because that is legal. So that's what we're working
Oh.
on in Saranac Lake, is amenity signage that says like.
So
where-
Wayfair
Yeah.
sign.
Just general.
Yeah, we're trying to get a little bit ahead of, so the department has said its sign package will be finished in 2027, but they're willing to work on temporary wayfinding signage before that. So Saranac Lake, we've been working hard on that in Saranac Lake. Tupper Lake is also interested in hopping on board again, because you don't have your anchor location for this field season anyway. It hasn't been Lake Placid hasn't been high up on that list, but if you want to work on that, please, I'm very happy to push that forward. Raybrook is a really obvious place where they need a sign right there. And I believe the town already passed a resolution saying that that's their preferred way to get people off the trail. So. Thank you.
Sounds good. Let's definitely connect on that.
Okay, great.
Anything else? Okay,
Thank you very much.
well,
Thank you.
Thanks.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Go for it, Mark.
Aye.
Thank everyone for attending tonight.
I don't know if anybody here's talked to